Hello and welcome to another edition of HCC News. I'm Sam Ashita Butler.
And I'm Haley Richardson. Here's what's been making news around Hutchinson this week. CNN journalist and political analyst Candy Crowley was at the sports arena this past Tuesday as part of HCC's Dylan Lecture Series. Crowley spoke about the current political race and her experience as one of the nation's top political experts.
I had somebody tell me that they were undecided, and I said, here's what you do. You don't have to fall in love. You're not going to fall in love. No one's going to fall in love. So you take three issues that mean so much to you that's what you want to know about, and go research it. Listen to what they say about them, because I'm assuming that most people's three issues are going to be covered in one of these three debates. Listen to what they say. Go on the web. Spend an hour. Then you can ignore it for the next 4 years, but spend an hour and, figure out who comes closest to you in those three issues and then go vote. I've always thought that there is some instinct that makes someone want to be a journalist. The people I know that are journalists are sort of innately curious, innately huge skeptics. We just tend to be kind of aggressively interested in what's going on. And so I always was. And yeah, there were people that along the way I learned from and who said to me, don't do this, do this. But a lot of it, I think, since, it's not like you're a doctor, a lot of this is on the mistakes you made. Like I would look at things. I always went over what I wrote. I have yet to write a piece that I loved. This business, it isn't that it took a lot out of me. It also required a lot of my family and the people I love. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to miss the Halloween parade on the 3rd, or I can't be there for this, but we'll do that. So in a lot of ways, I had like this tremendously supportive family who just thought it was cool and who was supportive all the way. So if you have any thought that you don't want to do this, don't do it, because it requires a lot. It's not, I get that it's not brain surgery and all of those things, but it's not this high-paying glam job. It's a lot, for most reporters, it is crazy hours. It is, not that great a pace. Obviously, the bigger the city and the bigger the job and all that kind of stuff. But most reporters, the people doing some of the most amazing work as reporters are all those. I always like it when the Pulitzer Prizes come out or the Murrow Awards or something, and they're just these stations, in the middle of the interior West or the Midwest or someplace where somebody's done just an amazing story that uncovered something that happened. I mean, that's real journalism, and there's nothing better than that when you do something that nobody else knew and you put it together.
The third annual Blue Dragon 5K for United Way Fun Run was held this past weekend. Nearly 100 community members lined up on the track at Gowan Stadium early Saturday morning to help raise money and show support for the United Way. The HCC Wellness Committee and student ambassadors can sponsor the event, and over $1,000 were raised during the event.
If you've driven along Plum Street by the fairgrounds, you may have noticed an interesting piece of steel protruding from the ground. The new feature is actually a wind generator and is set to produce clean electric wind energy for the State Fair. The turbine was manufactured by Urban Green Energy of New York City and installed by Lawrence Wind and Energy of Larned. The $70,000 turbine was financed by an energy division of the Kansas Corporate Commission grant.
A 24-year-old Hutchinson man charged with 4 counts of burglary and 1 count of attempted burglary pleaded innocent in Reno County District Court this week. Justin Branscombe is charged with breaking into the Trinity United Methodist Church, First Congregational Church, Our Redeemer Lutheran Church, Crossroad Christian Church, and attempt to burglarize First Baptist Church. It wasn't long ago District Judge Joe McCarville ordered Branscombe to serve 2 years in prison after finding he was in violation of his terms of community corrections. That sentence stems from a 2008 guilty plea of 2 of 5 arson charges against him, including setting fire to the upper story of Alexander's Jewelry on Main Street in Hutchinson.
Nearly 2.5 months after the Aurora, Colorado shooting, one of the men wounded is stepping forward to demand a plan to control gun violence from the presidential candidates. Stephen Barton was injured in the theater shooting and now does victim outreach and policy research for Mayors Against Illegal Guns. The group recently made an ad asking people to think about which candidate has a plan to stop gun violence. Both candidates tend to avoid the subject unless asked, but both agree on stricter laws. Stephen has a website, Demand a Plan, which urges people to sign a petition asking for a clear, concise strategy for gun control from both Obama and Romney. You can visit the site at demandaplan.com.
A carjacker from Arizona who shot at police and a TV news helicopter during a high-speed chase ended the pursuit by getting out of the car and shooting himself in the head. The shooting was broadcast live on the Fox News channel. Police engaged pursuit with the suspect after he got into an accident with another car he had been driving. Other news agencies began to carry the high-speed pursuit, but it was Fox News who took it too far by broadcasting the man's suicide live on TV. The event has sparked debate amongst news providers over how these live events should be covered. Anchor Shepard Smith and Fox News have since apologized for the incident.
The novel In Cold Blood has made its way from the pages to the big screen, capturing audiences around the country. The story follows investigators as they solve the mystery of the infamous 1959 killings of the Clutter family in Holcomb. A first edition autographed copy of the book that was once stumbled across at an estate sale will now be housed at Washburn University. The volume is autographed by Truman Capote, the author, as well as the 6 Kansas Bureau of Investigation agents and administrators who helped catch killers Richard Hickok and Perry Smith. Capote originally gave the book to Maxine Manchester, who worked at KBI. The book will be housed with the Thomas Fox Averill Kansas Studies collection.
If you're looking for some fun family entertainment, head on over to Bueller this Friday and Saturday for a retro Bueller frolic. The 70s themed frolic begins Friday at 5 p.m. with a hamburger feed at the bandshell. Stick around for free family movie night viewing of Dolphin Tale. Then Saturday, get going early for a pancake feed from 7 to 10 at the Mennonite Brethren Church. The famous double parade will begin down Main Street at 11 a.m. and stick around for the Kids Carnival and games on Main Street.
Also this weekend is the 5th annual Downtown Hutchinson Rod Run and Classic Car Show. Starting Friday at noon, there will be a show and shine, refreshments, vendor displays, and demonstrations from 3rd Street to Avenue B. Then grab a seat at 6 p.m. and enjoy a citywide cruise and parade followed by a burnout show. Saturday's schedule continues with this show and shine and a live car auction. And Sunday, get one last chance to see the cars with an open parade on Main Street at 1 p.m., ending with an awards ceremony at 2 at Memorial Hall. Sounds like fun, and the weather should be nice and cool to get out and enjoy activities. Are you going to be doing anything this weekend, Sam?
Probably just heading home. See the family. Stay with us when we come back. Sky is here with the Media Minute, and we'll investigate an unidentified flying object seen out at Spaceworks.
Hey, I'm Sky, and here's your Media Minute. Apple has released their new version of iOS 6 for Apple devices, and the maps are driving people insane, and apparently off cliffs. Apple CEO Tim Cook released a statement saying they were extremely sorry for the frustration felt by users. Well, thanks for releasing a half-baked product, Apple. In movie news, Adam Sandler's Hotel Transylvania came out on top this weekend with a solid $43 million. The time traveler thriller with Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Bruce Willis, Looper, slid in at second with 21.1 million, and action drama End of Watch dropped in the number 3 slot. One of the movies coming out this weekend is the first scary movie of the Halloween season. Sinister brings a new spin on the finding lost footage plot by adding in elements of a haunting. Honestly, the trailer alone made me anxious to walk through my house at night. Fingers crossed that Sinister delivers the scares it promises. In the gaming realm, the amazing first-person action game from powerhouse Bethesda Softworks comes out this Tuesday, October 9th. You play a betrayed assassin seeking revenge for the death of the person you are meant to protect. That may sound like a stereotypical plot, but it's how your character goes about this trippy steampunk world that makes it stunning. To wrap up with some TV news, a couple new series to check out. Revolution, a post-apocalyptic type show with a few interesting twists thrown in, has been turning heads with its interesting characters and mysterious plot that keeps giving more questions than answers. It airs on NBC Monday nights at 9 o'clock. CBS's Elementary kicked off last week. An updated adaptation of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's famous detective. It features witty characters, great performances, and of course, a female Watson. Definitely worth a look, but personally to me and to many others, it just will never be Sherlock. Now, back to Sam with some out-of-this-world news.
Thanks, Sky. The Kansas Cosmosphere and Space Center is well known for its collection of space artifacts, but lately they've been busy building a UFO. SpaceWorks, a division of the Cosmosphere, is finishing up their newest project for a museum in Taiwan. Technology Director Jack Graber explained the project.
What we have here today is a UFO. We're building it for a museum in Taipei, Taiwan. This is an original design done by the SpaceWorks crew, and we're excited with the opportunity to build this for a company overseas. They're opening a new space museum in Taipei, and this is going to be at the basically intro of the museum, dedicated to space, and not just space as we think of space as astronauts, but as space as outer space. And this is going to be sitting in the entryway of their new museum. Now, here at SpaceWorks, we build replicas, we restore spacecraft, pretty much anything made to order for companies. SpaceWorks is a division of the Kansas Cosmosphere, and as we also do stuff for in-house, we do stuff for clients all around the world, including Sweden, Istanbul, Oregon, Florida, pretty much been about everywhere.
So Sam, we're on fall break this weekend. Are you going to do anything fun?
I'm not sure just yet, but I'm sure I'll find something.
I'm sure I'll go back to my hometown of Buhler to go to the Buhler Frolic this weekend.
Well, that is all we have for this week. Hope you'll join us again next time for HCC News. I'm Sam Machida Butler.
And I'm Heather Richardson. Have a great week.
HCC News is a production of the Broadcast and Media Technology program of Hutchinson Community College. For more information on the program or to submit your story ideas, please call 665-3433.